is saying hello to us this morning. Sean, welcome to Moose FM.
Hello, Dub. Great to be here.
Thank you so much for stopping by. You, of course, you're here with your daughter. If you look at the video, I'm switching to Mandy, who's joining her dad. Say hi, Mandy. You can wave. Well done. We're here to talk a bit, of course, about your very famous light show that you've been putting on for 20 years, you were saying.
Yes.
And this year you've added this new sort of event to help, raise money for sort of the charitable causes that you have been supporting as part of the light show as well. It's called the Gallaghers Christmas Light Up Party, happening Friday at the Lido. So we're going to talk about that more in just a second. But the lights themselves, Sean, you said you started this 20 years ago. Why? What sort of started this all for you?
Well, just basically a real love for Christmas.
Yeah.
I always loved Christmas more than the average guy, I guess. And even when I was a little boy, I always dreamed of having the best house around. So when I got older, I just made it happen.
Yeah. And you sort of started, you were saying you used to live in town, so you started there with kind of doing a great best decked house sort of thing.
Yeah, I did, but I ran out of room in town. So when this house came up out in Fish Creek, I remember the first time I drove in there, I thought, man, this will be a perfect spot to have a little candy cane lane, or we call it a different name every year.
Yeah.
And so I just started from there, and it's just built and built over the years.
Yeah, and you basically add to it every year. You don't really take away very much. It's just what other things can I add to make it even more vibrant.
It needs to be fixed every year, so I got to fix the old stuff. And then I get stuff from China. Mm-hmm. I have a company in Edmonton called CLG Displays. So I'll design something, and they'll build it for me.
Okay, so you're even saying I want this, and
Yes.
somebody makes it for you. It's
That's
not
right.
like you're buying stuff off the shelf then.
No, I'll draw it up and send it to them, and they have a factory there, and then they'll build it for me. Yeah.
Do you happen to know offhand how many lights approximately you've got?
We figure there's probably about 150,000 now. Yeah.
That's a big number.
Yeah.
And your electricity bill, what's that? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's always asked. Yeah. I hate to say almost. It's almost embarrassing, so I'll just leave that one alone.
Okay, it's a lot. We'll assume it's a lot. All right. Well, Sean, this year's lights, I think you told me out there what do you think you're going to name the lane. Do you want to tell us a bit about that, and maybe some of the things we can look forward to when the lights flip on pretty soon here, I suppose, next week or so, eh?
Friday night. That's the night of the party. That'll be the first night they get lit up, and then they'll stay on through January 15th is usually the last day. I turn them off. Now the name it was Maddie Kane Lane last year.
Yeah.
Now this year we're naming it after Rosie, but Mandy and me just can't remember what that name's going to be now. We haven't really decided yet.
It's Rosie something.
Rosie something. So she's my third daughter.
Gotcha. Yeah. All right. I love that you name it after one of your kids every year. It's a nice tribute to them.
It is.
All right. Well, let's talk about the Gallagher's Christmas Light Up Party, because this is a new thing. I think it's the first time you're hosting this event.
Yes, it is. So we started our own little charity organization about 3 years ago, called it the North Peace Christmas Club. And we have been collecting money just in our yard via Dropbox for the last 3 years. And we just give the money to a local charity. But this year we thought we'd go bigger and better. My friend Ken Wagner has been bugging me to do this for years, to have a bigger party. So we decided, well, let's go to our favorite party spot in Fort St. John, which is the Lido Theatre.
Yeah.
So we got a hold of Brian and Cindy, and we set it up for November 10th. Ken's going to be bringing in a band. He affectionately calls them the Waggy House Band because they've been playing at his parties for years and years.
Yeah.
And there's a few professional musicians that are part of the band. Ken Kirshner, Randy Gee, Craig Brooks. And then there's some other professional musicians coming in too, so we're really looking forward to that.
Yeah, and I saw on the poster there's going to be appies and I think some door prizes and stuff. It's just going to be a fun evening. And again, all the proceeds going to two charities this year, and I suppose that'll be what you'll be raising money for kind of as you drive through the lights too, eh?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and what are, if you haven't said already, what are the two charities?
The two charities are Community Bridge. We picked that one because my wife went to the 100 Women event last month.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And they presented there. So she said that'd be a great charity to support. They support local families with parenting and counseling and whatnot. The other one is Better at Home, which supports our local seniors, seniors that want to stay home but don't have the ability to do the chores they used to do. So there's
Yeah.
help with housekeeping, snow removal, lawn care, that kind of stuff.
Awesome. All right. Well, as far as you know, Sean, are there still tickets available for the party on Friday
There's
night?
still a few tickets available,
Okay.
but very few. So if you want one, I'd say you probably better get them today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can do that kind of in the usual way, the Lido.ca. You can buy them online. Or buy them
Lido.ca, yes.
through Brian. Okay. And then again, the lights are going to be switched on this Friday night as well and beyond till
That's
January 15th.
Yep. They're on from about 5:30 at night till midnight every night.
Now, if you've never been, if you happen to be new to town, it is definitely worth checking out. You really can't miss it off of the West Bypass Road. If you just make your way over there, you'll see the lights and you'll find your way through. It is definitely worth it. And again, if you got some money kicking around, you want to get in on this wonderful light up party, it's going to be an absolute blast too. Again, the Lido.ca for more info on that. Anything else you want to say while you're here, Sean?
Yeah, no, that's about it. So yeah, doors open at 7 o'clock
Yeah.
on Friday night till midnight. My girls will be there serving appies, and that should be a great time.
Wonderful. Well, Sean, thank you for being here. It was so nice to meet you. You too, Mandy. Thank you for being here. I've switched the camera to you. You can wave again if you like for everybody watching live on the Moose FM Facebook page. And yeah, looking forward to seeing the Gallagher lights again this year. Thanks for being here, Sean.
Thanks a lot, Dub.